shopping because I go grocery shopping on Wednesdays. So without further ado, let's do this. So for me, after all my couponing and stuff like that, it was $66 without couponing and a $5 gift certificate. It would have been $86. The reason for this is because I like to buy little frou-frou things like vegan mayo and vegan cheese, which is extremely expensive at my location. So that's definitely not necessary. I coupon, so I'm able to eat healthy and nutritiously. There's no excuse not to. So I'm going to start off with just a bag that's right in front of me. So I got some apples. These are actually from my apple place, like 20 minutes away from the grocery store. So that's kind of nice to be able to get some good local apples. I love Gala. I have mushrooms. Great. I'm going to make some pizzas and stuff. So I love them, and eggs as well. I got vegetarian beans. I'm technically, if you want to label it, pescatarian, but I really don't like to label stuff. Baked beans are tricky because baked beans and refried beans are usually have some sort of animal stock and or lard. So you have to be very careful as a vegetarian about baked and refried beans. For refried beans, 9 times out of 10 fat-free is animal-free, and then just look for vegetarian with baked beans. These are really good. I love baked beans. I got this mushroom ramen. I'm kind of obsessed with mushrooms. And, you know, sometimes, like, you just want an easy dinner. And this was, like, $1.19. So it's, like, around the price of normal ramen. There's good fiber and really good protein. There's 7 grams of protein, 6% of your iron in here. The sodium, it's at 810, which is 34% of what your sodium technically should be. But if you look down here, they're all natural ingredients, and this is way better alternative compared to, like, normal ramen. So this should be, like, once in a while, but make sure to treat yourself, especially if you're busy. Panko seasoned breadcrumbs. I made a bunch of seitan today, and I'm gonna bake some with some breadcrumbs on it, so it's almost like country fried steak, quote unquote. I love Well Yes soups, honestly, because they tend to be really natural ingredients. And, it has a vegetarian label. Some of them are vegan. And then it has like a bunch of different facts, pretty much, on here. This entire cup of soup is only 320 calories, which is really decent. A tomato carrot bisque. This would be really good with, like, a grilled Daiya cheese sandwich or something. But that's not vegan. This has cream in it. I have no salt added diced tomatoes. I go through these like nobody's business. I got 2 lemons. Lemons are good for cooking. They're good to put in your drinks. Lemons are just cheap, and they were on sale, so. I got some spices, and I want to talk about some of them for a few minutes. To start, onion powder. This stuff is super good. Like, you can add this to literally anything, and it adds a really good umami flavor or a very savory flavor along with garlic powder, so I go through a lot of this. Cumin I've never really worked with, but I tend to watch a lot of vegan recipe videos. They use cumin a lot. I've been trying to use way more spices and less mock meats. And if I do make a mock meat, it's out of seitan, so I know exactly what goes into it. It's all organic and stuff. Liquid smoke, again, this is to help with that good flavor, that good umami flavor, and sometimes you just feel like you need a barbecue-y flavor, and you don't have to sacrifice that, you know? So, try to find one with pretty much straight-up ingredients. This is water and then natural hickory smoke concentrate, which liquid smoke is just smoke captured and then, like, kind of liquefied. So this is only 2 ingredients, which is really good. There was another one there with, like, 5 ingredients. This one was only, like, 20 cents more, so I figured I might as well. Liquid smoke is definitely good to work with. I've worked with it before. It's really tasty. So I'm excited to try that brand because I haven't tried it. I get some bars. I don't always go through these in 1 week, but I'm definitely planning to go to the gym a lot this week. So these balance bars, I believe on here, yep, it says suitable for vegetarians. That's not the reason why I got these, honestly. These are pretty decent protein bars. They taste pretty decent. Like, I don't feel like I'm eating a disgusting, nasty protein bar. It's just, like, a pretty decent, like, bar. And I love cookie dough. And this honestly has, like, the best texture towards cookie dough. I only have these when I work out, and I try to bring them in my car for the balance bars. Because they are higher in calories. Not that calories are bad or anything. It's just trying to be mindful. And there are quite a bit more ingredients, but you do need them after you work out. Lara bars, I really love. They are high in, you know, natural protein. Because, I mean, you got peanuts. I really like the ones with the little dark chocolate chips in them. And then it's made out of fruit and nuts. So these are really simple. Although they are around the same caloric amount, I do try to have these once in a while with my snack. I'll have like an apple and a Lara bar, or apple and peanut butter. I tend to notice I do big snacks when I don't necessarily have a need to. Alrighty, into the second bag. I stopped at the health food store for my mom, so I picked up some nutritional yeast because I was running low, and bulk bins save your life. I mean, $1.77. Normal containers of nutritional yeast are like $7, $8. If this would actually focus for once in my life, sorry. I like the flakes personally. I always put these in my eggs. I always put this in CTN. I put this in everything. And this week I'm planning to make broccoli cheddar soup out of butternut squash, nutritional yeast, and some diet cheese. It's going to be great. I love me some salty and crunchy, so I got these pita chips. They're multigrain. There's no reason to not live life, literally. Hummus and multigrain pita actually makes a complete protein. You don't have to worry about it as long as you're eating enough, but it's just an interesting fact. And it's non-GMO. Love that. Got me some multigrain pizza dough. This stuff is like super thick. This stuff is like, this is hearty stuff from Hannaford. And I honestly really like this. And it's like high gluten flour, water, rye, crushed oats, wheat, millet, sesame, flaxseed, salt, yeast. So it's very, very good ingredients list on that. It's super easy to work with, and I really like how it's actually vegan. I got some blackberries because they were $1.77, and I know it's not a big container, but I'm going to try to stretch it to two mornings, because I always have fruit in the morning. I have 3 plums. I am in love with plums. They're delicious. I just love plums. In the morning, if I don't have any fruit, I feel very weird. So I usually have an apple at some point in the day and then some other fruit. And I try to fit in a Lara bar, but I know I don't eat enough fruit. And it's something I gotta work on. I got a really small butternut squash. He's such a cutie. That's going in the broccoli cheddar soup that I'm going to make in a few days. I got broccoli, obviously, because broccoli cheddar soup. Also going to sneak in some carrots in there. Also, this would be good with hummus. This is good just in general. Freaking love carrots. And on to the final bag. I ended up getting 2 pumpkin muffins. I ate one in the car, so I just have another one for whenever I feel like it. This is honestly one of very few things that makes this haul not vegan. Like I said before, I always get cage-free eggs. I always research them to make sure these animals had a really, really good life. No antibiotics, no synthetic hormones, and no animal byproducts in the feed. These are fed vegetarian feed. I've done a lot of research about these, and these are amazing eggs for you as well as for the chickens. I also always use reusable bags. I just find that it's way easier and cleaner, and it's way better for the environment. I got Vegenaise. This stuff I find is way lighter, and I don't feel as bloated and gross after I eat this. And even though this is a little bit more expensive, I actually had to do a business project about Follow Your Heart, and they're a great, amazing company, and I definitely want to support them. So, definitely look into this. I love Follow Your Heart. Their Vegenaise is dope. Garlic lovers hummus. This is the only type of hummus I'll get, is the garlic, because I just am a disgusting human being. I love having so much garlic, it stinks up the house. Trust me, ask anybody that knows me. It's a problem. This Fakin' Bacon tempeh, I have a really hard time cooking with normal tempeh, and I know this is an entire $1 more and like half the amount. Honestly, this marinade is the bomb diggity, so I'm going to try to recreate it actually. Now that I have liquid smoke, I have all the stuff that's on the ingredients list back here, and I have a regular block of tempeh I'm going to work with sometime this week or next week. And then, you know, just Fakin' Bacon smoky tempeh. Work it, baby! Love that stuff. Speaking of in love, crunchy vegetable slaw. This is, I have a problem with this. This is an entire pound, almost, and I eat way too much of this. Sorry if you hear any background noise. My dad just got home. Alright, this is super firm sprouted tofu. Sprouted is always better to eat. There's lots of health benefits, but that's like a whole other video, so make sure to do some research on that. Non-GMO, organic, super firm. Tofu Plus has added vitamins to increase all these things going into your body. Sorry, I heard an alarm thing in the other room, and I just want to make sure it was a test. Alright, Daiya cheese. I got mozzarella for pizza that I'm going to be making, as well as these cheddar slices. Now for the slices, since I don't go through too terribly much, like that is a lot of cheese to go through in a week, what I actually do is I take 1 to 2 slices and then I put it in the freezer in little single serving packs, if you will. And I just find it's way easier that way, and then I don't feel like rushed to go through cheese. Ugh. Got some soy milk. I'm actually going to be making some homemade soy milk yogurt, and if you guys want a recipe on that, let me know. It's very easy, it's very quick, and it's very delicious. Oh, I don't know why he put those in a paper bag. Interesting. And then I just got 2 things of ginger kombucha, because I love me some kombucha. And that is my entire grocery haul. This is just for me, but I do tend to stock up on some things, like kombucha, for example. I only have a half of one about every other day. So 2 kombucha bottles usually last me between a week to 2 weeks. I stocked up on some bars, some soup, some beans, some apples and things like that. So I know it looks like a lot, but especially as a vegetarian too, you gotta make sure to eat enough food. And I found I had a huge issue with that before. But yeah, this is everything I got. I know I get a lot of fancy frou-frou things. Like, this is totally unnecessary. You don't need to get these, or the Vegenaise, or anything like that. And if you're vegan, just take out this soup, and take out those eggs, and everything else in here is actually vegan. Except for the Balance bars, I think, as well. These are not vegan, I believe. Yeah. So the Balance bars. If you took out the Balance bars, the Well Yes soup, and the eggs, this would actually be a vegan grocery haul. I tend to just eat this way because it makes me feel a lot better. It makes me feel alive. It makes me feel good. And I really want to nourish my body and take care of my body, and I care about the earth. You know, so reusable bags, 50 cents, you know. Contribute a little and you get enough to save those bags for a very long time. So it was great sharing this sort of grocery haul with you. If you like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, hit the bell, you guys know the drill, and I will see you guys later. Toodles!